Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to talk about 5 things to do in order to set very realistic goals. The first one is obvious. This is the one that everybody talks about, the one that most people like to do, which is make SMART goals, which is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. When you are specific with your goal that you want to set, it helps you to have a better idea of what the end goal actually looks like. So instead of I want to lose weight, which is the one that I think everybody puts on their goal list, I want to lose weight. Say I want to lose 50 pounds by, and give it a date, so that way you start to be measurable. So now you can say I want to, well, time bound. So now you're time bound. I want to lose 50 pounds by June 30th. So now you have made it time bound. And now you can say, well, how do I break down 50 pounds over this 6-month period? Well, now you see, hey, I need to lose a little under 10 pounds every month in order to do that. So now it is measurable, and that is something that's achievable. So it's achievable because, hey, I can lose 2.5 pounds a week and be within my goals that I want to achieve by losing 50 pounds by June 30th. And now it's relevant. How is this relevant to my life? Well, I want to make sure that I'm healthier, that I have a good range of motion, and that I'm not setting myself up for failure, diabetes, health problems, whatever the reason is that you want to lose weight. I want to get into this outfit before I have a party or reunion or whatever I'm doing. So SMART goals. So we would set them off by making sure, again, they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Next, break your goals down into tiny steps. When you break them down into tiny steps, you make them small and manageable actions, and you help build momentum, and you can reduce stress in your life. So you would say, hey, now that I've made it a SMART goal, I want to now put into steps. How am I going to lose 2.5 pounds every week? Well, the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to track my macros. I'm going to work out 20 minutes for 6 days a week. I'm going to make sure I'm doing cardio and also adding in some weight training as well. I'm, making sure I'm eating healthier. I'm drinking more water. I'm getting sleep. So now we are breaking these down to tiny steps. So now I know instead of going to bed at, 11 and waking up at 5, I should go to bed at 10 and wake up around 5. I can still wake up at 5. That's 7 hours of sleep. I'm going to say I'm now going to drink water add water into my meals as opposed to drinking juice or whatever it is that, you drink when you have your meals. So now you're finding small ways to really break this down. I'm going to work out between the hours of 6 and 6:20. And now I'm breaking this down into small, tiny steps. So now it seems like, hey, I can do this. It encourages you. Now assess your resources, be realistic, evaluate your time, your energy, and your skills. Because if your goal is not realistic to who you are, then you are not going to reach it with your current situation or who you are at this moment. So be realistic. How much time do I have to actually devote to working out? Do I have 20 minutes? And if we're honest, we doom scroll, we have 20 minutes. But it's just an example. Like, do I have 20 minutes? When do I have the most energy in order to put the effort into working out? When do I have the time to do it? What level of skill do I have? Like, do I sit most of the time, and do I need to find lower stress exercises to get me back into the groove of working out again? How often do I walk? Do I have 10 minutes to take a brisk walk or a small walk or whatever it is? Or, how's my mobility? Is my mobility good? And if it's not the greatest, how do I increase that? How do I have time to make 5-minute walks? So just be very honest with where you are, because you don't want to jump in like, I'm gonna work out 20 minutes and I'm going to do HIIT, and then I'm going to lift 100 pounds, and this is not something that you're able to do. You have to be very realistic with yourself and what it looks like for you to set your goals. The next one is something that I suggest for all areas of your life. Find an accountability partner, because then you have somebody you trust who can give you support. They give you encouragement. They give you reminders. They help you stay focused. They be like, now you know good and well that you were supposed to have been working out 5 days a week. At one point I had a weight loss group, and when I say it was the best thing for me, because I lost the most weight being in this group, because we met every Friday. We talked about what are our weight loss goals, how much weight do we want to lose, did we meet the goals that we have, how much did we work out, were we keeping track of what we ate, whatever it is that we wanted to keep track of. And it really helped me to lose weight. It helped me to stay focused. And I knew, because I knew I had to answer them questions, and I knew I had to be accountable. And we did weigh-ins and everything with each other. So we discussed our weight, how much weight we lost. And it made me to be really accountable for what I was doing, what I was eating, how I was living my life, was I working out. And I really appreciate that, because it did put me back on the track that I need to be on. So find you some accountability, find you a group of people, whatever your goal is. If they're doing it too, that's even better. You guys hold each other accountable. And last but definitely not least is track your progress. Be very flexible when you track your progress though. For me, every week I make a list of, so I have, and I'm probably going to go over here because I haven't actually done it for this year yet, which we're on day 4. I write out every week, like I break my goals down to the year, the quarter, the month, the day, or the week and the day. So that way I can kind of see what I need to do every day to feed into the week, what I need to do every week that feeds into the month, what I need to do every month that feeds into the quarter, what I need to do every quarter that feeds into the year. And so I track my progress by going back and saying, what these are my daily goals. I keep a habit tracker so I can see if I'm reaching what I need to do. Am I being consistent in what I need to do? And then I go through and I see if I have reached my goals that I have set for the day and the week. And that way I can be accountable. Then at the end of the quarter, I do like a bigger checking of my goals. And maybe one day I'll go through and show how I've set up keeping track of my goals. I also have a Kanban board that I have in my planner. I need to actually put one in my current planner because I still have the one for my classic size planner, and I just really, and I'll show you guys how I do it. I won't even go into it right now because I'll just show you guys how I create my Kanban board. And so I use that as well to see, hey, am I doing, like, I want to do these things every quarter. How am I doing with reaching these things every quarter? So this is just some things that we can do. These are just 5 simple steps in order to help us to reach our goals. I hope you guys found this helpful. I will see you guys in the video. Don't forget to rate with a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.